What's the most satisfying time you enforced the rules? When I used military dress code regulations to destroy the career of a lieutenant who'd been sexually harassing female soldiers in our unit. Lieutenant Blake was untouchable. Rich family, military connections, and a talent for making harassment complaints disappear. He'd corner female soldiers, make inappropriate comments, and always have an excuse when reported. Boys will be boys, he'd tell our commanding officer. Just harmless fun. 3 women in our unit had filed complaints. Each time Blake's influential father made phone calls and the reports vanished. The women were quietly transferred to different units. As the senior NCO, I felt helpless watching this predator operate with impunity. Traditional channels weren't working. That's when I noticed something during morning formation. Blake's uniform was always slightly off. Wrong ribbons, improper placement, unauthorized modifications that most people wouldn't catch. I started documenting everything. Photos of his incorrect ribbon rack, measurements of his improper insignia placement, notes about unauthorized uniform alterations. Blake thought he was above military standards because daddy's money could fix anything. But he forgot that dress code violations are objective facts, not subjective complaints. I compiled a 47-page report detailing every uniform infraction over 6 months. Each violation carried specific penalties under military regulations. This is harassment, Blake told me when I submitted the report. You're targeting me because you don't like me. I'm enforcing standards, sir. Same ones that apply to every soldier. Blake tried getting his father involved, but uniform regulations aren't negotiable. Either you're in compliance or you're not. The investigation found Blake guilty of 23 separate dress code violations. Each one resulted in formal counseling, extra duty, and documentation in his permanent file. But the real damage came during his security clearance review. All those uniform violations showed a pattern of disregarding military standards and regulations. How can we trust someone with classified information when they can't follow basic dress code? The security officer asked. Blake lost his clearance, got demoted, and was transferred to a desk job processing paperwork. His military career was effectively over. 6 months later, one of the women he'd harassed called me. I heard Blake got kicked out of the military. How did you do it? I didn't do anything special, I told her. I just held him to the same standards we hold everyone else. But his father's connections don't work when the rules are black and white. Dress code isn't about who you know. Blake had spent years hiding behind his privilege, thinking rules didn't apply to him. He never realized that sometimes the smallest regulations can bring down the biggest bullies. When you can't get justice through big actions, sometimes you have to use small rules perfectly applied.